Hi, it's Friday, 3rd of July, and we're watching the morning session of Eurostox, particularly with a couple of trades that I've taken today. So the day opens and there's very light volume. You can see that before the session opens, we've traded barely 1,000, 2,000 contracts at prices. Now I've sped this up because it was a bit boring, very range bound. Within limitation, of course. You see, we spent most of the time between 70 and 52, 20 points range, smallish. So we open and we put a small move down, and we've pulled back to the area of the previous area of value. So we can expect a continuation to go down unless we see sellers getting stuck at a particular price. Here we see buyers. If you look at the Dominator Starter tape, they get stuck at 52, 53, they hit their head on 53, and then everything just slows down. You don't see any more buyers coming in, just single prints. So I decided to put a sell limit order at 52. You see how now sellers have stepped back in. You've seen that couple of 100 contracts. That was a good indication. And some hesitation there on the part of the buyers. See buyers getting out of the way, but there is no sellers to fill that gap. See, the offer remains very light. Book is stacked back up at 51, replenish it. Prints 300 contracts, 53, it's going higher, but the momentum is just not there. See what he prints at 54, couple of hundred contracts, stalls at 55. Nobody buys it, they sell it, and it just goes down. Now on the way down, it prints only 71, 70 contracts per price, and this doesn't look good. When I'm looking for a continuation, I'm looking for the opposite party to get stuck at a particular price, which we saw at 54, and then I want to see big prints coming in on the original direction. So I decided to bail out. Not the best decision, since immediately after at 50 prints 500 contracts, and of course this thing goes down very fast. These are the stops fire at 50.49. Everyone was waiting for the reversal to happen, and they got caught offside. Now I'm gonna speed these up as the market moves a little more slowly. It puts a very non-decisive move down. And then at 46 finds some, it's not even resistance, it's just that nobody wants to sell it anymore. And then it develops this shape. You see it in a rectangle. At 49, there's a line. That was the line that was keeping price below it, and then nobody wanted to sell it under 646, and now this is breaking. I get in just a tad too late in order to get a fill at 49, unfortunately. but that was a level, that was a micro level that was being offered, and then suddenly there was no reason to offer it anymore. They gave up on it, and they're probably gonna bid it. Now it shot up a couple of ticks, and it doesn't look like this is coming back. You see the bid refreshing at 51. I decided to join the bid at 51 as this was not coming back to 49. I'm there in the queue, but I'm quite unlucky because I don't get a fill. So now this smells like reversal, or at least it was a very nice place to go long, regardless of whether the general trend was still biased short or long. Now I cancel that at 51 because I realized that we're still in a downtrend. We haven't confirmed an uptrend yet. We had a higher low, a mini higher low, but really was just a break of a level. And that 53 that we just encountered is still a lower high. So I'm gonna speed this up, and we see that we break the previous high, so we're making higher highs now, and that sort of confirms that we're in a trend up. And it's very strong because there's absolutely no pullbacks. Look at how we moved from 49 up to 50, and it held at 51, and then it moved up, but then it put a little pullback at 54. And then we're hesitating there at 56, 57. They sell it, they try to keep that level. It's the open of the regular session. So they drop it and then they drive it higher. We go see up to 62, comes down to 56. We passed the point of control. We had an extension lower. We're probably gonna have an extension higher. So that 60 seems to be holding. I'm gonna join the queue long. I decide for 59. Look at all the green prints. I see all the green prints and I decide that 59 is probably not gonna get me filled. Look at them again going at 62, 63. I missed the 59 and I mixed the 61 as well. Thing is going higher and higher. That's what makes people nervous. That's what makes people jump ahead and buy the high, because they try to get a feel with this and pullback, and they can't. Now it's pulling back to 62. And then the offer replenishes, sorry, the bid replenishes at 62, 400 contracts. I see people getting stuck See the sellers at 63, 62, more at 62, and then on the book they're showing a level at 61. It gets bought out, showing again with 130 contracts, which is very low volume. Showing against, look at them pulling the bid, pulling 300 contracts from the bid. 150 gets sold. Looks like I was a little early on that pullback. I was relying on that tiny little step at 62. Didn't really work out. Bid has somewhat refreshed. They put another 200 contracts, and then they buy out 61 again. Look at 60. Over is there at 60 and nobody wants to sell. See who sells at 61 this time. Ten people, bid pulls, showing them the level, flashing. A little bit of a bait. Nobody sells. Time is passing. And the bid goes higher. Bid goes high on very little volume though. I mean, look at the, it's double digit prints. It looks very aggressive, but look at this, 40, 70, 50, 100 contracts, another 100 contracts at 66. That's suspicious. It was a very fast move and on very little volume. I don't know what to make of it. Pulls back. It's made a double top. Not that it means anything now that we're in an uptrend, but still worth watching out. Bit slows at 66. And then something curious happens. Now look closely at the rectangle. Bid buys 100 contracts, it refreshes, they buy 500, 600, it goes nowhere, and the offer refreshes. Offer is still there. So I decided to bail out. That's 800 contracts, 1,000 in total that didn't take the price higher. There's one more push. But it was a fairly decent indication that buyers were tired, particularly coupled with the fact that the last move went up on very, very little volume. So eventually this thing went down, of course, and that's the top, and I'm showing it for this. I'll post a picture to prove that. And I hope that this helped someone. Certainly it is helping me reviewing all these things. And until then, see you next time.